takes all types to make a world, unfortunately.
Yeah. It is a bit disappointing though. Like I get it. People want to have a whinge, and then there's some people who think they're funny, and some people are just idiots. But you know, the majority of people are people who want good information. They just want information what candidates are about, and they just want to be informed. And yeah. Anyway,
Why do people always leave it to the last minute to find out
I
what a
know.
candidate's?
I know.
I don't comprehend that.
No, and they really do. I've worked out public relations wise and marketing wise, a 3-week lead in is all you need to an election. So if you've got all your material ready, you can come in at that 3-week point. So you've got a week before pre-polling to grab everyone, and by the pre-polling now, like we've had by Thursday we'd had 7,000. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they send us out the thing every day. You can download it for how many people have been through pre-poll. So we'd had 7,500 people already go through on those 3 days. So if we track at that, we'll have almost 20,000 people go through pre-poll in this 2 weeks. And I think our voting population for this area is 43,000. So that's 20,000 people left to vote on
polling day.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that I think they've learnt through the last council election, pre-polling was far too long.
Oh, really?
We should only have done it for 1 week.
Yeah, okay. But they had a huge number through. They had 12,000 people through pre-poll.
I know, because it was there for 3 weeks.
Was it 3 weeks?
It was 3 weeks.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I thought it was only 2.
No.
That's a long time. That's too long.
Saying it was definitely too long.
Yeah. Yeah, that's silly.
You know?
You don't need that. I reckon a week would be enough for pre-poll.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Pre-poll, just do a week.
Yeah, yeah. But definitely with getting people information, you definitely only need 3-week lead-in, because people don't care. They're so disengaged. I don't know whether it's just our community, but
when you get each person's piece of paper, that basically is vote 1.
Mm.
You know, there's not the history, there's not the knowledge, there's, and then you see the bloody ads on TV.
Oh, well, see, I haven't seen any of that because we get in Parja, so we don't get the local ads, but yeah.
Okay.
Who's putting, all the major...
Foley,
oh.
he sacked all the,
the medical workers and all that kind of stuff,
well,
yeah.
Hey, Labor Party employed that many government people that they were guaranteed the votes.
Yeah.
That was really what it was all about, because I know I had a friend there who said she's never knitted so many jumpers and done so many crosswords because there was basically no work for her to do. Once she sorted the mail and delivered, the rest of the day was hers.
Yeah.
So she really was a non-event.
Mm.
And I said, and who are you voting for? Labor, of course, because I want to keep this job.
Yeah.
And we've got a sex shop now. Did you hear that, Callum?
Oh, yeah, you said that last week.
There is. I know where it is, and I've been in there.
Well, where is it? Because I've got no idea. It's not only a sex shop, is it?
No.
It's like a mixture of different things, isn't it?
Cigarettes. It's the tobacconist.
What, down in Beeman Park?
No. Further up, next door to Tahini.
Well, there's the ciggy shop next to Yogalicious.
Yeah.
That's the tobacconist, isn't it?
No, you go around the roundabout.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Tahini, the Thai restaurant.
Oh, right.
And
oh, really? Okay, so...
The what?
So not up
the music shop, and then
the
next
pool
door
shop?
To them is the cigarettes. Right?
Okay, so there's Domino's, and then there's...
the music shop.
And then, so it's where Indian restaurant was.
No, the Indian restaurant's there next to.
So then there's Taitani or whatever it's called.
You've got Taitani. Come back. Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So
and they do the cheap cigarettes.
So that's the one you're talking about. Okay. So I got confused because when you said it, I thought, oh, there's a music shop down near the Siggy tobacconist near Yogalicious, and I thought, oh, that's weird. I thought that was one whole building, but no, you mean back on the
Domino's.
The pizza, the Domino's block.
Yes.
He's back there.
And then
right.
They've got a great big tub, and they've got sort of a bit of a thing there, and everything's hanging. And you can get whatever you like.
Oh.
Lots of toys.
Is that right? And they're just hanging up in the window?
No.
I was going to say, that'll go down a treat in this town.
Actually, it's very discreet.
Okay.
And I give them credit.
Yeah, great.
You know.
But it's not just that.
No, they sell tobacco and cigarettes.
Oh, okay. So they're a durry shop as well as a ciggy shop. They're a ciggy shop as well as a sex shop.
Well, they're not really a sex shop as such, but they sell sexual toys and aids. And they're very interesting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I had a look, you know, and I said to Susie, how's the trade? She said, busy.
Yeah, I bet.
And I sat in the car for about 20 minutes and watched the traffic going in and out, and by heavens, there's a lot of traffic.
Well, I guess everyone's going in for a sticky beak too to start with and see what
I
is.
don't think most people, everyone I know thinks that it's the dress shop down the street that has all the sexual aids. They all think it's in that dress shop. And I just said to them, no way, you've got the wrong business.
Oh.
Imagine why.
Well, the dress shop might be doing all right then if everyone's going down in there, you know, embarrassing themselves,
Schofield.
Going, oh, I heard this was a sex store. Like, oh, no.
Well, I heard it.
Oh, no, I'm just, you know, asking for a friend. I'm here to buy a dress.
I heard it from the girls at Crackers. They said, oh, do you know there's a sex shop in town? I said, oh, is there? There used to be one on Tamby Road years ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But that disappeared. But, yeah. And I said, no. And they said, oh, it's a dress shop. And, you know, you go in and you ask her and blah, blah. I said, is that right? Mind you, it's 92-year-olds that are telling me. They know. Jesus.
Wow, good for them.
Anyhow,
good for them.
When I was in there the other day, because I know Sue. And
is that the owner?
No.
Or she's working there?
She works there.
Yeah.
And she plays bowls. And her husband did all the tiling, or her partner did all the tiling for me in my bathroom.
Oh, lovely.
So there's
he did
the
a lovely job
connection.
too. It's a nice bathroom.
And I see her. Oh, he's great. I see her at the Bowls Club, and we always have chat. Excuse me, and he comes through and he's, hey, Chi, Peter. So I went. Why was I there?
At the sex shop?
Oh, I was getting cigarettes.
Getting
for
durries.
My tenant.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't well, and he just asked if I was in town. So I went in and I said to her, I said, hey, Susie, where's this bloody sex shop they're raving about? And she said, here. I said, what? I said, where? And she said, keep walking. And I'm walking out, and she said, see where that tub is? I said, yes. She said, walk around the tub and keep going.
Oh, okay. I get it. So they've got a nice little discreet space set up so it's not obvious for everyone. Yeah.
You would never know.
Because that's where everyone would start complaining about stuff like that. Because remember years and years ago, everyone was so taboo about the sex shop and we can't have that and we can't, you know, it'll encourage young people to be down here.
I have a
girlfriend
girlfriend who became a millionaire through toy parties.
Yeah,
and she wanted to throw one up here. And Chi-Chi, you invite all your friends. I said I wouldn't have any friends after doing that. I said my reputation would go down the chute. I said it's bad enough as it is. So, but she used to do the parties.
Here we go. And where are you, sir?
Okay, I'm actually in town. I'm just going past Footlights.
Oh, right. Okay, lovely. Well, we're just nattering away about the sex shop, so you're missing all the fun talk.
Oh, no.
You just have to come for all the boring stuff.
Oh, dear. Well, hopefully Chi-Chi's taken notes on what aisles I should go and visit.
Oh yeah, we'll map it out for you. Oh, lovely. All right, well you rock up when you rock up.
Okay, perfect. I shouldn't be any more than 15. I should be 10, actually.
Okay, cool. See you soon.
You may have to heat this up. You may have to heat the tea up for
He'll be
it.
right. He drinks it cold anyway.
Iced
You see him
tea.
sitting over there while he's having it. Yeah, we'll drop a couple of things of ice in it. We say we made this specially for you. I'll put it in a glass instead.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? It was
Oh.
interesting. I was at the Lagoon the other day,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of us that are walkers,
Mm.
walkers and talkers,
Yeah.
right?
While you're in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And the comments that were coming back about Livingstone Shire Council,
Mm.
never going to vote for that bastard again, and I'm not going to vote. How they all got in, I'll never know. And I said, well, obviously somebody voted them in.
Mm. Well, I mean, for the mayor in particular, to be realistic, a lot of people didn't vote him in. So he got 17% of the primary vote, which is very little. So we've had a discussion about this already where we feel like that 17% is possibly the church vote. So it's been good exercise to figure out that, okay, well, we've got a church vote population of around 17% of voters. And then, of course, it was the preferences that got him up to the, and even then, I think I worked it out at 23%. So he's the 23% mayor. So he's got very low confidence in the community. So the massive majority did not vote for him.
Down. Well, I got into trouble by my son because, Mum, you open your mouth and it's not always pleasant.
Oh, look, Brett,
Well,
just
we
shush.
we all went there last Friday, and the kids were going to show Nana their expertise on the skateboards.
Oh, excellent.
Which was great fun.
Yeah.
But they parked their car, and I was okay because I was in a disability one.
Mm-hmm.
And at any rate, Danielle came back and said the meter is showing transaction has not gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So the car beside Brett said, mate, none of those, 1, 2, 3, where we were, none of them are working. And he said, I'm going. And Brett said, is yours working? He said, no, none of them. So Dan went over to the next one, the other one, to do the transaction. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, there were cars coming in and driving, and we were saying to them, the meters aren't working, just stay. So I put a call through to the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
I've got his number.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, Adam, I'm here at the Lagoon and your meters aren't working. It's a pretty lousy way to get revenue by fining everyone who hasn't paid. Right? Brett, oh, Mum, did you have to say that? Blah, blah. And I said, yes. Hello? I said, this is what we ratepayers are hoping revenue's coming in. Anyway, he returned my call. They'd been on the island all day with the sewerage business.
Mm-hmm.
And poor Glenda got seasick.
Oh, poor
Yeah, so that wasn't a good experience for her. But I said, are there security cameras which would have everybody's
number plate?
number? Now, who turned around and said no? Because when you drive in,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, who were
there's
we talking about with that? There's sensors on the road.
sensors on the road.
Yep.
So there's no security cameras that. So I said, if you book everybody on that date, and fortunately Danielle photographed it
That's good.
so that there was a visual with it, and so I rang council,
Good.
and eventually Pat Eastwood got me.
Yep.
Because it's his portfolio.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Are there security cameras? I don't know. I'll get someone to ring you. Hello? How long's Pat been a counsellor? So anyway, this fellow rings me, a lovely man. And hello, Chi-Chi, so-and-so from Livingstone Shire Council. I'm just ringing you because I understand there's a problem, rah-de-rah-rah. And I said, yes. I said, I just want to know if there's security cameras that go along there that you will have on that Friday that your machinery was not working. He said, I couldn't tell you. I said, what? He said, I don't know if there's security cameras there or not.
This is the council worker that manages the parking thing. Oh, dear.
So he said, but it's a hook up with Telstra that there is a problem. But they should be saying to the world, come for a free swim because you won't have to pay for
All
your
right.
parking.
Well, that makes sense then, because it must work on some sort of Wi-Fi type scenario where it takes your payment from your phone because you use an app, do you? So then it registers
you do
through
your bank card,
Yeah.
right? And then when you leave, you hit it again.
Yeah, okay.
And I have stopped.
Geez, you'd want to hope you remembered to hit it again after if you're putting your bank card on it to start it and then putting your bank card on it to finish it.
Yeah.
You drive off and it's still running.
Yeah. Well, I think most people are pretty alert on that. But there is a security camera at the entrance to the rock.
Yep.
And there's one or two on the swimming pool.
Okay.
They've got security there.
Yep.
But looking outside, there's no security. So they can't book them. And then who was the expert on this and was telling me how it all happens? Because I said, well, then how do they book the person?
Yeah, how do they know who hasn't paid and
the ranger.
Has? So he must come down there and check.
There's a parking ranger who goes along and checks.
Right. So that's where I thought the cameras would have come into play, because then the cameras would then look at the number plates that matched up with the payment system, and then they would know who had paid and who hadn't paid and who's in there. So it's still pretty much the same as parking down the street. If you're there for a certain amount of time, if the ranger doesn't come along within that certain amount of time, well, you're not going to get booked. So if you haven't paid, you're not going to get booked because they can't see who it is anyway, who's come in and out. It'll trigger that someone's been there, but they don't know who's actually been there.
Because I said they would have been far better, because whoever it was made a smart comment, and I said, what a rotten father you are, and it was on the phone. I said they would have been far better with the old-fashioned one where you put the coin in.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, your $2 coin for an hour, and then you come back and you whack another $2 coin in. And he said, oh, I've never got any coins. The kids are always saying, Dad. And I say, no, I haven't got any coins. And I said, what a rotten father you are. So he must have been the guy that was talking to me about it.
So how much does it cost to park down there?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll have to check that out, because I'd love to know what it costs to...
it's a $58 or $68 fine.
Oh, really? My goodness.
And Brett wanted to speak to, here he is, wanted to speak to Adam
Mm-hmm.
because a fellow, when Brett was going around trying it, thinking that maybe Dan's card wasn't any good,
Mm.
a fellow told him that he had a busload of kids and he had parked to let the children out of the bus safely so that they, and he must have got caught by a park ranger.
Mm.
And
Hola.
and he said $350 fine.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Mm. Hello. You can just.
Sorry.
Oh, don't be
Not
sorry.
as sorry
it's
as
fine.
we are.
No. See, our conversation's been
There's
way
a
more
cold tea
interesting.
for you.
Hello. We've yes, made you a cup of tea. Yeah, you just jump in, and that one has to be a little bit close. Actually, before you set up, can you open that door a little bit because the wind's dropped out now and it's a bit warm and
Yeah.
it's not going to be too blowy.
It's open.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
So, what have you been doing?
Not
So
rehearsing.
there was a barbecue for Brittany.
Oh, that's what Paul's at too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the thing is that it was her daughter's 7th birthday today.
Oh goodness me! So you were at a 7th birthday party.
So basically,
Oh, that's a crack up.
so just dragged on.
Yeah, I bet. Hmm. Did they do the cake while you were there?
Many
Yes.
people.
Nice. Did you get some?
No,
Oh,
I was too busy trying to pack up so I could come.
oh. Was it a unicorn cake?
Huh?
Was it a unicorn cake? She's a little ranger, isn't she? The kid. She probably be more into. I'm not even going to start saying it.
Cake for
Little
the
brute.
barbecue today, and then another cake for a party she's having at a water park this afternoon.
Oh goodness
But
me!
guess who took the big birthday cake with them? Me.
Oh,
So I had to drive back and take it back.
oh, it was in the car, was it?
Yeah, that someone had put it in one of the eskies.
no!
And I'm packing so quickly, I took
Oh no!
their esky.
Oh.
You kidnapped the kids' cake.
Should
I
have just
know.
brought it with you. We
Oh.
could have done it
I
celebrated for
almost-
her here.
I almost thought, look, the kid won't know she's had enough cakes. But
Yeah,
then
that's
I
right. That's
thought-
enough for you, little girl.
Was the old,
You won't sleep for a week.
was the old boyfriend there?
Dad's allowed to come to the birthday party.
No, the old boyfriend. She had.
Oh,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know half the people there.
It was a simple.
But there was lots of people there with.
yeah. Well, surely if it's her birthday party, they would have had lots of kids there that were her age. But yeah, an election birthday party. Fun.
Were there many people?
It's about 20 people.
I don't call that many.
No, that's not much.
It's
Maybe the big party's going to be on with the kid later. That's going to have the birthday cake that you were going to steal. Possibly.
Yeah, there's another event at the water park.
Yeah. Wow. Well.
Gosh.
Yeah. Well,
Poor
Paul said he's
darling.
going to come
I feel for you. And
I
in
s-
fact, I'm feeling you.
Oh,
I tell you
dear.
what, you and I at Footlights, we would be able to sell that place out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's all they'd need is you two up on stage.
That's what the town needs.
Yeah.
I
well,
believe you did a wonderful speech yesterday.
it was awesome. Yeah, I showed her
Smashed
the
Good on you.
showed her the news thing, and it was awesome.
Yeah, all
And they
the
were good
council
at picking
officers'
out the little
faces
bit.
were going white,
Mm.
and all the people in the wheelchairs were going like that.
Oh my god!
So I just kept going. Like
Yeah.
they just kept motivated. They kept going like that. So
Yeah.
I just kept going.
It was incredible when you got up and spoke, and you just kept going on, but all of it was so relevant and
Right.
so perfect and on the money and really, really good. And yeah, you could see everyone totally engaged, but then they're sort of asking questions and stuff, and everyone's going, "Yep, and yeah." And you weren't talking at people, and I think that's the difference. Like you're engaging, whereas the others sort of just talking at the crowd.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah, they just get up and speak loudly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it was good. But I've got it on video anyway, so we'll have to play it and listen to it. Yeah, because a lot of good information too for everybody. Yeah.
Did you see the television interview?
I showed you this morning.
She
when I got
did
here.
this
That-
morning, but I didn't see it on TV.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, maybe it didn't
Um,
go on TV.
It
maybe.
did because I watched it last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we get it later on in Parja, but once it was on there, then I jumped onto the Facebook page and it had the thing up there too, so I shared it out everywhere.
She edited it really
Oh,
well.
it was so good. Yeah.
Do
it
you
was
think so? That her
absolutely.
narrative, the storyline she
Yeah.
wove, I just
Yep, it was really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ring her up and go like, that is
Oh, you
a
should.
fantastic piece of journalism. I can't
Yeah.
believe that you're able to put that together like that.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I just do it through the email through editorial, so
Right.
I'll give you that, and you can just say a thank you, and yeah, I thanked them on the post as well, and then gave it a few shares. But last time I looked at it, I think it had 1.2 thousand views or something like that. So it's
Oh,
getting
well,
some
that's probably
good
me.
traction.
I've been watching it
Oh,
quite a
have
bit.
you over and over again?
Where are you watching it?
Well, firstly, I just thought it was so on the
How
on the
will I
Facebook.
find it?
Well, I've put it on all the Facebook pages. I've put it on the Access Capricornia page, and I'll tag you in it. I can pop it on your page too if you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And Macca did really well.
yeah, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
He's there with a beer going like,
Yeah, that's right,
He's
yeah.
really good. He goes, hopefully you'll come down and join us.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I was just going, oh, this
Yeah.
is great for branding. You've got at the beginning someone going, this is not good enough. And at the end it's going like, yeah, come along, we're all friendly.
Yeah, so
And
it
I
was really
like,
balanced.
holy crap,
Yeah.
wouldn't be better.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw the photographs, and there's a couple of my Evelyn, who was in the motorised one, the big girl.
Yep.
She's one of my stroke patients, and the other little girl is from the RSL, and I've done a lot of things with her before too.
Mm.
Yeah,
Is that Tina?
No, the other
Christine.
one, Christina.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christine and Evelyn.
Right,
Yeah, Evelyn's coming to my party.
right. Oh, so
Yeah,
she's
and
the
so's
one sitting next
Callum.
to
She
Luca.
mentioned it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that Luca was there with Siva,
Vina.
Vesa?
Vina.
Yeah.
Vina.
Vina. Yeah.
Yeah. And their support worker too. She was excellent. A huge source of information, which was really cool.
Yeah, Venus
And
too.
heaps of stuff now that we've
that's it.
recognised. Got to put more stuff on the website. And
Yeah, we found another problem with the toilet. We found another problem with the toilet
yeah.
at the station. One
The
of the
sink-
issues is, and Wayne, the OT, confirmed it,
Mm.
when you open the door, the sink is too close. So to actually trying to get out is difficult. You need to move the sink.
Yeah.
Or put a sliding door and then you don't have an issue.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
council's cost. They
Yes.
can't hit him for that.
No, because it's a council
know,
building, so they
It's
have
a
to
Yes.
fix it up.
That's what I
Yeah.
said to Adam when he was saying, "Oh, yeah," and I said, "Hold on, you built it. It's your problem."
Right. So that $50,000, there's $50,000. They sent us all an email giving us 4 projects.
Well,
One of the projects is the station to fix that door.
I'm not
That's
sure
a
about that though.
Yep.
Did you get confirmation on that? Because when I looked at the email, it's from the traffic team. And then what made me realise, because it just said the station. So I thought, oh, is that for the signage or is that for the door? And then I realised it's not. It's for where we want the disabled park. They need to rip up that bit of curbing so they can make it the
Yeah.
ramp.
Right.
So I wondered whether that's what they meant, because all of those things are traffic stuff. They're parking and
I had understood from Sarah when I asked her that it is for the toilet.
right, okay.
But
and you're
let's
probably
just put
right.
it this way:
but
maybe no one really understands what it's all about. It's come together from different departments, and
Yeah.
someone's assuming.
so I
Like
I
they
have
all
no
do.
idea
Nobody
why
knows anything.
they would say the traffic team, because the traffic team wouldn't be doing the door or the sign.
No.
So I just, it only clicked to me later that, oh, hang on, no, what they probably mean is they're putting those parks in there. That would make more sense, because all the other stuff was parking and stuff to do
Right.
with roadworks and stuff. So, yeah. Just assuming. But, I mean, it needed more clarity anyway, but, yeah.
When's the next meeting?
Not until December
That's right.
December
December
what?
Christmas one.
3rd or 4th or
Oh,
something
thank
like that.
God, because I'm away after the 18th.
No, well, it's always that first week, isn't it? It's the first
I'm going
Thursday of the
down
month.
to my son
Oh, lovely.
for Christmas.
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, play up down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeehaw. Yeah.
There's a lot of old Yeppoonians, the railway hotel.
Yeah.
The Rados are there.
It's interesting how many people retired down to the sunny coast. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. They're sending up their retirees and we're sending ours down there. It's the great retiree swap.
That's right.
Well,
yeah.
the Campbells are down there, and he used to deliver and do seafood out west.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to do hairdressing in the nursing homes, Kerry Campbell.
Lovely.
She'd go and cut hair and give them a perm or whatever they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a son that they were a bit anxious about, who's down there, and so they retired down there. But I met a fellow the other day who said he gets half a dozen oysters and a kilo of prawns every Friday from this van. And I said, you mean meat without feet? And he said, yeah, that's it. And I said, well, tell them you know Chi-Chi. And he said, how do you know them? I said, I had bloody Christmas with them last year. I said, I know them very well. So he always, and when we were celebrating Christmas, the drunker he got kept saying, there's not a day I wish I was back in Yeppoon. And I said to him, why is that? And what he said is so true. When you're older, it's harder to make friends. But when you're young and you've got kids, you're at the school and you fetes and sports days, you integrate a lot easier than when you're older.
Yep.
And he said, not even a giggle and gossip here, Chi-Chi. And she's always saying to me, come down and we can do things together. And then Danielle said to me, they spend a lot of time at their son's place because they just can't.
There's no social interaction.
There's
for
no
them.
social
That's
interaction.
Yeah.
That was the Gold Coast too, because I had Peter and I was living on Chevron Island, and I used to do the island trip, and there'd be an old fellow watering the garden. I'd say, oh, your garden's so pretty, is it?
Oh.
And nobody wanted to talk. They were basically all
Oh,
from
my
Melbourne
goodness,
retirees, and there was that attitude.
But I've noticed that happening here too. I used to walk. I mean, obviously not from out at Byfield, but when I do stay in town, like I'll go for a walk along the front, and everyone used to say g'day, you know, good morning, hi, how you going? Now it's all like look the other way, or they're looking down at their feet, and no one says hello anymore, and it's like, oh, snob. And then it became a sport to try and force people to say hello.
Right.
I think like, if you look people straight, I play that game, and I can be walking along the street and I look them straight in the eye and smile. And then they smile back, and as you pass, and one fellow this morning even said to me, when I saw his eye and I caught on to his, and I smiled, and he walked past and he said, do I know you? And I said, not yet.
Lovely. Yeah.
And he said, oh, well, well, nice seeing you. And then we walked past.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to give as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yep. You got to force.
But I do understand.
Social.
Well, I do understand when you're older that it is harder. And that's when Brett went down. And he said, Mum, do you want to come and live down here? And he drove me everywhere. And I said to him, Brett, there's not one place I could work with a stroke patient. I said, you've got the dunes, but there's no rails. And I said, getting down's fine. I can push them. But getting up, I said, that's something else. And I said, and if I left a wheelchair there with their shoes,
they'd be stolen.
They wouldn't be there when and he said, you're right, Mum, you're right. Now, if I'd gone down, he's gone from Marcoola to Perigium to
Marcoola's nice.
And Coolum to Yandina.
Okay. God.
4 different places.
Yep.
And I think, if I'd gone and lived at Marcoola, I certainly wasn't going to move house every time.
No.
I'd have a nervous breakdown.
Marcoola's lovely. I like it there. They've got some cute little housing estates in there that are just really,
At Coolum.
really gorgeous. Marcoola.
Yeah, that's a cute little place.
It is.
Yeah, it was.
Do we need to find for Yeppoon? Do we need to find all these lovely little estates, these little things that exist around Australia?
Yep.
And
find out who built them and invite them up here. That's a good idea.
I don't want us to turn into like China, where they actually have their own Paris with their own, Eiffel Tower, and then across the road is the Sphinx.
I reckon that'd be great. You could just put it next to the giant whale down the road. We all need giant somethings here in Queensland.
Painted. I thought they were going to reopen it.
It got painted.
Yes,
what colour?
White.
Oh, same.
but
Great white whale.
But it was looking pretty shabby, and now it looks quite smart. And I thought, maybe they're going to restart it.
Oh, I want to live in it.
I saw that there is a Facebook group called Australia's Largest Things.
Yep.
So it'll have the big pineapple, big this. And one time it did have the big whale appear.
Yep.
And I thought it was going to get a huge amount of positive things, but people said that's not a big whale. That's actually smaller than a whale.
It would be.
It's the small whale.
Yeah. And I don't think it's a humpback whale either, is it?
It's igloo.
It is a bit of an igloo.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what kind of whale it is. It's migaloo. Is that what you're saying? Oh, migaloo.
Yeah.
It's migaloo.
Right.
But it's not a humpback, so it's wigaloo. I don't know. What kind of whale is it?
Do they
it's like
hump?
a Moby Dick whale or something.
Be interesting.
Oh, right. I don't know. All right,
But
well,
it used
I'll
to
add
have
that to
turtles
the thing.
and
It's like all
fish.
the different whales, and we'll try and match it up.
I took my kids there, and there used to be a turtle and
that's
fish.
behind it. Yeah, they used well, maybe inside it, but when I went there, when it was open as something, it was a crystal shop, and they had all these crystals and rocks and stuff all in it.
You'd think that'd go mad.
That was 30 years
People
ago.
love crystals.
Yeah, and then I think behind it there was like a turtle observatory or something. They had like a tanks and
My mum, I'd never been there, but Mum told me it was an aquarium, so that sounds
something like that. Because they had them everywhere once upon a time. They had them in Harvey Bay too. They had that type of aquarium thing where they'd have turtles in tanks and fish and all sorts of stuff. And
there's one out at Bundaberg that you go out to, and that is amazing.
Bagara. Yeah, well, because that's Mon Repos, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's where they have the turtles come up into the beach. See, that's what I think they need to have something like that here.
Which
Instead
is Emu
of stuffing
Park.
us up on Farnborough Beach and, harassing all the four-wheel drivers, let's turn it into something awesome. So in turtle nesting season, we can turn it into a tourism thing where people can go and watch a turtle lay some eggs. And then in turtle hatching season, we can have people come and watch turtles shoot off into the ocean.
The only thing there is you don't have the lighting.
But that's good. You're not meant to have the lighting. So the turtles need to go and follow the moon out into the water.
To the water, yes.
Yeah. So it's perfect
Emu
for that.
Park, and a friend of Merle Gardner's does the turtle watching and everything there. And he did ask Livingstone to turn the lights off to do it.
And so he goes and protects all the nests and stuff because I know they had some problems with dogs.
He
this was
is
years
the
and years ago, and I
funniest
offered
man.
to lend them the dog trap. But they didn't need it. But so he marks all the turtles' nests,
So
but
what-
only
What
marks
happens
that
with
he
the the four drivers and all that type of stuff once the turtles have laid their eggs? How do the drivers know to?
Well, you're not allowed to drive on the dunes, so that's
Right.
just a hard and fast rule.
So
and
that's where
anyone
they
who
lay
does
the eggs, is it?
so turtles go up and they get into the softer sand in the dunes, and then they'll dig their hole surprisingly deep, actually, considering they've only got paddles. How they get down so deep, and then they'll drop all their eggs in, and then they'll flip it all back up, and then they scoot off down to the sea again. But four drivers only on the hard sand. They're not allowed up into the soft sand. So you're not actually driving on nests unless you're a dune flogger and a dickhead that should have your car confiscated. So, but they do have I think it's Team Turtle or something, that it's like a group of people who do turtle watch, and this is where some of the drama comes into it, because, like four-wheel drivers, we use the beach and we'll go up and whatever. If we see a turtle's nest or someone's just a turtle's marked or still there, they rely on us to let them know that it's there. But most of them are good. It's just some of the whingers that are trying to shut it down for everyone else, that like, oh no, you got to watch out for the turtles and the migratory birds and all sort of stuff. But the majority of us are doing the right thing.
But what happens when the town, this is curious to me, the town doubles in size,
Mm-hmm.
and those people, like Pat Eastwood says, one of the reasons he moved here is because of the ability for him to drive there, because he wants to surf.
Yeah.
I don't think he races four-wheel drives along there, but
No.
What happens then? How do you, does it need to be rationed then, or
What I've worked out, so of course, we've got that big debate about closing the beach, and they've tried to close access and all this sort of stuff, and then ignored all the four-wheel drivers and kept all of us stakeholders out of the discussion because they had their own agenda. And so a lot of the research that I tried to do around it was, how is this managed in other areas? So down at Kalula Coast, which is Rainbow Beach area, they have four-wheel drivers down on the beach down there. So what happens there is, and their population gets a lot more traffic than here. They have a permit system, but for locals, the permit's free. So we get to access the beach when we want to, but tourists that come, so they have a certain amount of tourist permits per year, so they can manage it, so they have to pay. So everyone registers their vehicle and their number plate and that kind of stuff, so then they know, we're local, so that it does go through a system where there's cameras, and so they can mark it off and everything. And so basically tourists pay for access, which I think's fair, fine, and tourists expect that kind of thing as well. And locals get to cruise and use their own space and facilities, and
And the thing is, it's not as though it's something you're going to do every weekend, because you're going to get salt under your vehicle, right? And you've got to think of that as well.
Yep.
Because I know when Brett comes back, I've got half of Farnborough Road on my lawn.
Yep.
And the kids are building sandcastles. No, that's a bit exaggerated, but at any rate, you do have to watch the salt. And it's something you'd possibly do if you've got a tourist friend, or if you're going to have a picnic with your whole family.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not.
Yep.
I mean,
and it's not something you can do all the time either, on the fact that tide times. So there's certain times you just can't go up there because the tide's not going to allow you to get up and down anyway.
That's right.
So, half your month's kind of out if tides are up in the middle of the day, unless you're going to get right up to the top and sit up in the national park and then wait for the tide to go back out, because the back road's buggered.
Yeah.
And I understand why they keep it that way, because they've got illegal dumpers and everything that go and dump all their garbage, and it's horrendous. So they keep it in quite an unmanageable state, so that it deters that kind of thing. But I think it would be awesome if everyone could work together to, have cameras, have like super duper fines, all that kind of stuff, to help deter that sort of stuff. And even, I don't know, citizens arrest, I don't know what you'd call it,
Well,
but
there is a
dobbing
camera.
a dumper or something like that. And
There is a camper
so
on
they
there.
could clean that road up and make it accessible. And sometimes when it is accessible, the more people that are on it, the less chance there is at dumping, because there's more chance of getting caught dumping.
I mean, it seems to be if you keep it open or you keep it closed, you are going to need some sort of monitoring system. To keep it closed, you're going to need to monitor, make sure that no one's
They have got a
hacking
camera
their way
there.
in.
Here's
And
Paul.
to keep it open, you'd
There's
want...
a camera on the beach.
Hi, Paul. We've just seen you pull up out front. So,
Oh, that's the right house, is it?
yeah, that's it. So if you just wander straight in.
I was looking for your truck.
Oh, goodness, no. We've got the white car here today because we've got all the gear.
Oh,
Tell him to come up the
I
stairs.
just backed the winner of the Everest, Bella Nipotina.
Oh, nice.
Only at 16 to 1.
Oh, only.
Shall we go to the pub then and do it?
Yeah, perhaps Michael's just suggested that we pack everything up and go to the pub, and it's your shout.
I haven't got my ticket with me. I'm sorry, you'll have to buy me drinks.
Oh, well, that's all right. We don't mind if you go home and meet us down.
Are you shortly downstairs?
No, we're upstairs. So come through the door. Okay, Michael's going to come down and collect you.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
See
See ya. Yeah, I think that's a good discussion we can have again, having the beachfront discussion, because there's so much opportunity there, so much opportunity for tourism, citizen science, to engage Iwazakis again into being back here with something.
Well, when we were on the beach, and that would have to be at the beginning of the year, with the nephews, there was about 20 of us all went up and we had barbecue. They had their own gas burners and everything for barbecue. So we were right in the Corio Bay area.
Yep.
There was a camera on the side of the thing there.
Very good.
So whether that was speeding or what, but if they put a few of those up.
Yep. I've got no problem with having cameras up if it's going to deter morons from doing stupid stuff that wrecks it for the rest of us.
The neighbour's son across the road, or grandson, or whatever the boy is who's not all there, he took his car up and it got bogged and then it got covered in water.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think it's a barnacle.
Oh, true. Do you reckon Paul would be better here or over on the couch?
Hello, Paul.
Oh, are we already? Hello. All right, we're just going to swap batteries.